Hello everybody, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So today's video, as you guys saw by the title, we will be doing my, the best and worst eyeshadow palettes of 2022, the ones that I've tried. So we have tried, new, the whole nine. If you guys get the gist, yes. First, if you guys like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and without further ado, let's just get started. I did just film this, shot my stash, get ready with me, so it'll either, I don't know if it'll be up before this or after this, but just so you know, it'll be coming, or it's done come already. Anyway, so we have 21, I think, eyeshadow palettes here. These are ones that I've tried, that I kind of know my opinions on. We have, like, a section of the best, mid, and then we have like just okay, and then we have the worst. I only have two in the worst, so we'll do them first and kind of go uphill, so we're talking about the favorites at the end. But I guess that's good. I declutter a lot, so you know, if I don't like something, typically I do get rid of it. But honestly, this year I don't really think that there were very many bad eyeshadow palettes. There are definitely some that are just not my personal taste, but a lot of the time I feel like I've got a good swing of what I'll like and what I won't like, and so then I just don't buy it. But again, I did declutter quite a bit. So, let's just jump in. Alright, so the two on the bottom that are just the worst to me, that were just pretty bad, were surprising, honestly. We have, the first one is the Jaclyn Cosmetics Strawberry Feels palette. I honestly want the Strawberry Shortcake palette from, I think it's Glam Light or something like that, because that's how you do a strawberry palette. You do strawberry pinks, and then you put greens in it because, you know, the green of strawberries. And if you're going to just do an all pink palette, make it the color of strawberries. Strawberry red. There are pinks, you know, like strawberry pink makes sense because obviously, you know, it's pink a little bit. But strawberries are red. So if you're going to do red, don't just do one red, do multiple reds. Or if you're going to do pink, do multiple pinks, not just, like, this is, I don't even know what color this is, honestly. It's like maroonish. Okay, maybe not maroon, but you know what I'm saying? It's not, it's like a darker, whatever, that's fine. But this is, what is this? It's not strawberry anything. And then this is the only, like, crease color, which is fine, but it ends up just being pastel anyway. So it's like, kind of like, what is the use of that color? I don't know. And then these three are just useless. This, it looks like a delicious shade, but I mean, like, that's the only one. It's the only good one. This is actually not a bad one either. Like, these two colors are the best part of this palette, quite honestly. But this white shade, I don't need a white shade. This is basically a white shade. And then this might as well be a white shade. We got so many light colors, it's just, like, frustrating because it's like, how many times have people done this and then got, like, crap because of it? You just do the same three shades and then they call it a freaking strawberry palette. This is not a strawberry palette. I don't like this palette. The quality is subpar. And for me, I'm like, even the Jaclyn and Morphe palette is better than this thing. So honestly, I mean, like, obviously I'm really dogging on it. And I actually do like the shade down here. It's just a shimmer. So why would the only red shade in here be a shimmer? Because I'm certainly not going to wear this red shade with all these pinks. That would be so ugly. So I'm just confused as to what the thought process was behind this. And everyone kind of used it once when it released and then moved on with their life because everyone just wanted to try the formula. But it kind of, for me at least, from what I've noticed, is that people just kind of moved on with it because it really wasn't that good. It was just like, oh, okay, move on with your life. So anyway, harsh, but it just gets worse. The other one is actually the Colourpop Ace High palette. I am annoyed because look how, like, just aesthetically pleasing and how nostalgic. Wow, I actually did clean that palette because I was going to sell it, but now I got to re-clean it. Anyway, because I swatched it. So nostalgic, so freaking cute. It's like a freaking, what is that called? A book. What are they called? Photo album. Photo book? I don't know. Yearbook, duh. And then it's like side. It is so freaking stunning. Now, they tried something really nice. And they should have just stuck with it and not try to spice it up. So we have, like, the colors. Completely freaking fine. It's not even the colors that I don't use color palettes, but it's not even the colors that gets me. It's the neutrals. It's like these neutrals pull so peachy. I don't understand this. And then these two are basically the same color. So it's like, and then this is basically nothing. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 colors that are all basically the same, and then you have color. It's like, okay, so like I can't even pair the neutrals with a pop of color, which would have been ideal. And so I feel like they had, again, something strong going. They could have kept this all neutrals, just made them brown. Why are they gotta be peachy? Make them normal. We have some deeper tones on here, which are nice, which are fine, but they need companions. So if they would have taken these three, kind of made them into lighter shades up here, it would have been a great palette, because all you need is those transitions. But right now you have no transition shades for your look, at least if you're freaking medium to deep skin tone, because maybe really light people could use this as transitions, but even then it's just not ideal because they're peachy. So it's like I'm like using a peach and a freaking red, like it made me pink, like it just doesn't make sense. They didn't think out of the color story, I feel like, enough. Like they had some great ideas, like of course Ryan is a sparkly green, of course Sharpay is a sparkly pink, like those make sense, but the rest of it just doesn't. You could have picked, like if you were gonna put all these, like, you know, all the names here, Chad, you could have moved that, whatever, that would have been fine, and then you had kind of freedom with every other color in the palette, so why didn't you take that advantage of that? I don't know. And then the formula's fine. Again, it's Colourpop's good formula. I love Colourpop's formula. It's just the color scheme is not doing it for me. It's not doing it for me. So that is like the only two disappointing worst palettes of the year. Everything else is pretty good. The second, again, category is like subpar. Again, there's a mix of products that I tried, and there's a mix of products that were new this year. In no like particular order though, so I'm just gonna like kind of grab them as I mention. The first one here, we have the Rare Beauty Magnetic Spirit eyeshadow palette. Again, I tried this for the first time. It came out last holiday, I believe. But it's an all shimmer palette. It's really, really nice. The thing is that these shimmers are super, super nice. They're gorgeous. This one is just stunning, like literally magic. And I think the purples are, everything about this palette is really stunning. The colors are beautiful. It's just, it needs a companion. So that's why it's just subpar. But if you're looking for, you know, just a staple shimmer palette, this is an amazing one because it has some great, great shimmers. They're nothing like over the top. They're just easy, basic shimmers. You just put it on your lid. Don't have to worry about like using a glitter glue or like, is it gonna fall out during the day? You just wear it and you move on with your life. It is really, really good. Again, but it's just like not something you reach for a lot because it's all shimmers, you know? But this packaging is stunning. I'm surprised Rare Beauty didn't come out with another kind of eyeshadow palette this year. Wow, interesting. I didn't even realize that till now. Next we have the Natasha Denona, like, baby retro. I don't even know what they're calling these. But, similarly, this one is just, it's just not enough shades. Honestly, like, it's 3, which is fine. You could do the same look every day if you wanted to for the rest of your life. That's completely fine. But again, you can't do much else in that. Natasha Denona formula, people really love it. I'm not the biggest fan, but, you know, this one is good. And I obviously kept it through my recent declutter. But, it's good quality. You just need to do, I just want to be able to do more with it. This one I've only used once, but I love the Alter Ego formula. So this is the Alter Ego Harmony palette. Again, it's just mad just because though Alter Ego makes a great quality formula, but obviously it's like a dupe. So its intention is to just be the exact same as the other palette. And so, you know, obviously that always gets kind of this company in hot water, but I really do like this palette. It's not my favorite color scheme in the whole wide world, but the formula is superb, and again, the colors are just stunning. I like these like rich kind of juicy tones. I believe it's the dupe of the retro palette, like, so I could probably dupe these two together. I think so. I don't know though. I really don't know. But these ones again, and I don't know, I didn't put them all together, but I had bought 3 this year. So it says I love them, obviously, if I bought 3 this year, but it's just like depends on the color scheme. So this one is like, honestly, it's really, it's good. It's just good. You know what I'm saying? I actually lied to you though, because one of these belongs in the really great category. This one honestly could bump down if it wasn't Alter Ego. And that sounds dumb, but I feel like I bought it for collector's purposes, so it kind of it fits what it's supposed to be doing, basically, in my collection. But this, and again, it's a copycat of the Natasha Denona one. So it's kind of like, if I hate, and the color scheme I hate, it's because of Natasha Denona. But at the end of the day, this is the palette that I have. Anyway, I just don't like a mostly shimmer palette. Again, it's the same kind of thing as the Rare Beauty. It does have a few mattes, but the mattes are just not enough. Like, you just have, like, one crease deeper, and then, like, I don't even know what this, I guess deeper as well. I think it's crease as well. and this one's pretty light. So you have a few options, just not enough. But the shimmers in here are stunning, honey. Oh, look how pretty. And they're not chunky, they're not thick or anything like that. They feel really, really creamy, and the ones that I used were just really beautiful as well. It's a really stunning palette. I just don't love a huge shimmer palette. But this one even less than like the Rare Beauty, because the Rare Beauty shimmers at least are like out there, like there's like fun and fresh. This one is just basic shimmers, and you're like, okay, do I need a palette of basic shimmers? No, but like I wanted it, you know? And then we have a few more. This one is fun and fresh. This is the Green Eggs and Ham. It's the I Heart Revolution and Dr. Seuss Green Eggs and Ham. I was saying this in my last video, but I felt like this was the best year for collabs. Honestly, like collabs really came and just done it, because so many good collabs this year. I have so many, talking about so many in this. And these here, like even the Colourpop and High School Musical collection collab was amazing. It's just that palette wasn't that good. But, you know, Dr. Seuss, amazing! So we have the Green Eggs and Ham palette. I decluttered the other two, but this color scheme, isn't it so freaking cute? I just don't use it a lot because obviously there's not that many mattes. It's mostly shimmer. But I like if there was 2 more mattes and then just the 3 shimmers, it would have been perfect. Like I feel like it was opposite maybe. But I think this palette is so good. It's so cute, and the quality's good. You know, it's mostly a fun, nostalgic palette. It's not supposed to be the most practical. You're going to use it every day, but I feel like it does both a little bit, because this color scheme is really nice and neutral, and it's giving Green Eggs and Ham, honey. Real quick, this is the LA Girl Keep It Playful eye palette. This one's just okay. I mean, again, this is in the category. It's just okay. There's nothing fun, exciting about it. The quality is good. It's just your basic neutral colors, your warm tone neutral colors. It's in the Foreplay one. It's just good. I feel like I should just say that and move on with it. There's not much you should expect from a $5 eyeshadow palette. And so I feel like it's just good. I really, Juicy Chaz was obsessed. And so I was like, okay, I think I need to try it. But I just don't think it's, you know, like anything super, super special, you know? My phone is trying to die, but I do not want it to die in the middle of filming, but my hair's not cooperating either. We'll need to work together, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, and then the last two in this section, this is the Too Faced Secret Santa palette. It's a good palette. It's a fun palette. It's cute. This is definitely going back, I've said this a few times, but going back to the original Too Faced mini tints here, where they're just basic neutral shades. They're good. They work, but they're cutesy. They smell good. They're fun. They're very holiday-esque. They're nothing revolutionary, exciting. They're nothing new or innovative or anything like that. They're just good. And so definitely a one that I would recommend. I mean, a lot of these I would recommend, so I'm not going to start and double back and go back and tell you which ones I recommend. But I feel like you guys could tell which ones I recommend, but that one's just super fun. So for the holiday season, I would get it. And then the last one is the ABH Nouveau palette. It's the eyeshadow pressed pigment palette. I just feel like I got this in the wrong season. I feel like I would personally have more fun with this in the spring. And I know that sounds crazy because the green tones, but I feel like just the pink, the purple, they shimmer, like some of this is a lot more fun for fall for spring looking at it, in my opinion. It definitely looks at depends on how you look at it, because I think it's like a 50-50 split between bright and neutral and like more toned down, because these greens like really overpowered the palette, which is fine. I like green eyeshadow, but I just feel like, I don't know, I would wear this more in the spring. I feel like end of winter into spring, you know what I'm saying? These shimmers are stunning though, but I feel like, I don't know, because you can wear green in spring too, because like, you know, flowers. I don't know, I feel like this is giving spring to me. I don't remember when it came out, but maybe it came out in spring, and that's why it's giving me spring vibes. I don't really know, but it's a good palette. ABH makes a great palette. People are obsessed with this palette and this formula for a good reason. It's really nice. There's nothing to complain about with the formula at all, but I just feel like, again, the shades and stuff, they're not really like what I'm wearing right now, so it's just okay right now. Alright, now we're getting into the stack of favorites this year, the best of the best this year. This was the other Alter Ego palette that I was going to mention, but I was like, wait, no, this one's actually amazing. This one is a mostly matte palette, so this is like more my speed, mostly matte, deep, rich, neutral palettes, and then you have 3 shimmers. Like, if I want to pop in a shimmer, I can, but I don't have to. This is easy. Crease, outer corner, lower lash line, move on with your life kind of vibe, even inner corner if I want to, spice it up, and then I'm good. You know, you can make something smoky, deep, a little bit more cool tone, warm tone, neutral. You have it all. Again, it's a dupe, but I like this formula a lot. The Alter Ego formula is really good in my opinion. It's kind of like Colourpop, where I just feel like it's a good staple, like a good core formula that I feel like if they mess it up, then that's on them. You know what I mean? Like they shouldn't have messed with the formula. Like don't try to add anything or take anything away. It's a good formula, but I feel like it's nothing like, oh my gosh, like this is so new. You know what I'm saying? But this color scheme I'm obsessed with. I love this palette so much. I also, again, no particular order, but I'm wearing this one today. This is the Essence Scar palette. Ooh, I just love it. Again, the collab, amazing. Like, look at this artwork. I'm sorry, guys. This is superb. This is spectacular. And just look at these shades. It's so much fun. We have our fun greens. We have our neutrals. We have these deep, delicious shade. I love this shade. And then we just have some easy colors that you could throw on the lid. I feel like the ratio to mattes to shimmers is pretty good. I think there are more shimmers. There are more shimmers than mattes, I think. Oh no, it's exactly the same. It's exactly the same, which is good. I just felt like the shimmers too, they're not repetitive. They're not the same shimmer with different undertones. They're all completely different. But then the mattes are, you have your transition, an outer corner, a deepener, a pop of color. Like you have everything you need in the mattes, that I feel like even if there were more shimmers, it would be fine. So I feel like this is a great palette. The formula is superb. Again, I'm wearing it right now, and it's just so easy, so much fun, because it's just so exciting, and it's so good. So, again, it's super cheap, too. It's honestly not super cheap. I think it's like $12, which is cheap in general, but not cheap for for Essence. Tarte. Sorry, I'm just going to talk about Tarte, but it's not cheap for Essence, but it's good. Again, like I said, the Tarte lip palette, I love this palette this year so freaking much. And I honestly wish that, like, again, I wish I had a smaller collection sometimes so that I could use these palettes that I love so much. But there are so many that I love so much that my collection would be big anyway. But this palette is so bomb. I honestly would probably take it on with me on vacation again. I took it on last year with me. It's so good because you could just do some mattes. They're easy, they're blendable, they're smooth. I don't know where this formula came from Tarte, but this is amazing. And I wish that all their palettes were like this. I honestly want them to do, their After Dark palette. I want them to do a mini version like this from that palette, because I think it could be so good if they do it right. But it has one shimmer in here, which is just the perfect shimmer for at least my skin tone, where it's not too pink, it is pink, but it's not too pink where my skin tone can't wear it, where it's like, you look a little weird. It's just the perfect, like, neutrally kind of pink, especially with these shades. So good. The formula is so smooth, so buttery. The packaging is sleek. It's cute. It's stunning. And I'm obsessed with these palettes. I honestly want to get the other two, but just because I want them and not because I need them, but because this is so good. Next we have the NYX Ultimate Queen Eyeshadow palette. This one also did come out this year. You guys, you've seen it. I've talked about it a lot. I did slow down on my use of this just because I've gotten so many eyeshadow palettes these past few months. But, like, I know you guys know the love that I had for this and still have for this. It's just your easy, beautiful shades. It's the crease, the outer corner. You could deepen it up. You can lighten it up. And then you have two shimmers. I don't use this one ever because it's like an ugly yellow, orange, green. I don't know. It's just ugly, honestly, but it's like chunky. And then this is like not even a shimmer, so I just don't even use those two shades. Honestly, I wish this was an all matte palette, not gonna lie, but they kind of made it a smaller version of their big one, and that one's not all matte, so I understand. I think they have 3 versions of this. 3 generations of this, I should say. Big Mama, like the medium, and then this one. I think so. But anyway, this is so good. NYX formula is actually pretty good, and I'm surprised. I debated on picking up the new Pandora palette, but it's $40. And I'm like, NYX, you need to watch it, because you're pushing it. You're pushing it, honey. Don't start with me. But this formula is really good. And I really love that palette. Another one from the drugstore. This is the Hard Candy Per Monochromatic Shadows. Right before this, it fell on the floor. And we lost the prettiest shade in this palette. It is just stunning, and I love that kind of shade where it's like it's definitely cool toned. You can see it a little bit, but it's cool toned, but it has this like neutral, more natural, I guess is the word, kind of vibe to it. So it's pretty. You can see like the stunningness to it, but it's pretty. It's not like, it's crazy color like blue. You know what I'm saying? So it's perfect. The formula is superb. I fell in love with hard candy because of this. I'm going to do Heart Full Face probably next year, but because I got to get some more products, but they actually have been sending me like PR, so that is amazing. They actually just reached out to me. So they had been sending me packages. They had my old address. I had sent them an email saying like my address changed, just so you guys know, like don't send packages to that address. And then someone emailed me, not in the same thread, but said, hi, we're looking to send you some packages from Hard Candy, like, can we email you? Can we send them? Where's the best address? So I don't know if it was like, someone saw that and was like, okay, well, let me just make sure that it's the right address and ask her. So, or if it's like completely different and I don't know, if my old address is getting PR and I'm getting party PR, I don't know. But they actually are going to send over, they asked if they could send over the monochromatic shadows, and I was like, heck yeah, the rest of them. So, I'm sorry, the whole collection. So I should be getting a replacement because that is so depressing. But I love this formula, so good. And hopefully I could do a giveaway with some of the other colors that I've tried that I didn't use and stuff like that. But I'm so excited again. Love that formula. Love that brand so far. And I do think, like, of course, they're a little bit more of a, like, their products are not sold at Ulta. Their products are not even sold on, all their products aren't even sold on hardcandy.com. They're only sold in Walmart 9 times. Most of their products are only sold at Walmart, which is, like, just, I feel like they're just struggling a little bit. And I don't know that. They've never expressed that, but I feel like they are, and that's why they're like reaching out, sending PR to everyone and their mom, but I don't mind. But I do love the brand, and I hope that they stay afloat because their products are really good. Okay, next is one that everyone and their mother, most people are putting in their worst products, but I love this palette, so I'm not going to be ashamed of it. It's this Artist Couture Supreme Mauves palette. Oh my gosh. First of all, this color scheme deserves an award all in itself. It is gorgeous. The mattes are stunning. You have like some transitional mattes and then you have some deeper tones. This rich color is so scrumptious. This one's super, super buildable, so you can get it something a little deeper. Don't get me wrong, there are some light tones that could be a little bit deeper. I totally agree. But like this pink shade is fun. It works with the palette. It belongs here. You know what I'm saying? You need a pink for this kind of color scheme. It makes sense. You don't need 1, 2, 3, 4. Those colors. Honestly, something else could be kind of a middleman, but obviously that's just me being nitpicky. These colors are so beautiful. These purples are fun. The pink is fun. It's a beautiful mauve palette. The natural shimmers are stunning. Like this one is just so pretty, isn't it? Isn't she so pretty? It is a beautiful palette. And honestly, again, like I really do, they needed to change something up a little bit, but other than that, I'm obsessed. And I do really love this formula, and I'm not, you know, there are those people out there who would just say that because everyone else hates it, so I might as well be the one to like it. I'm not that kind of person. I really like it because genuinely it's a good formula. I like the other one that I love Artist Couture's formula, and I want all of them. I think they took the OG palette, though, off the, I don't know if they're not selling it anymore, but off of Sephora. The original Supreme Nudes. I think that's what it's called. Off the, that's so weird. Honestly, unintentionally, I kind of saved my top 5 of the year for last. I didn't do it on purpose, but they kind of just ended up... Okay, not top 5. 1 is new, but the other 4 are, like, pretty high up there, honestly. But, of course, the Lunar Beauty 12 Days of Lunar. This is freaking... Manny. If I could give him... I don't know. If I could give him an award for this palette, I would. Like, just literally kiss him, because this is... amazing. Genius. It's for his brain to do that, just, oh my gosh, amazing. So good. And then not even just to do it, but to do it this well. Oh my gosh. I've changed my colors around because and honestly I don't even really like this, but I'll have to see what I want. Like, I'm just too indecisive. But these shimmers, Lunar Beauty shimmers, I'll mention the other palette too, because Lunar Beauty shimmers are just so freaking stunning. Like, I cannot get enough. I cannot. They're so wet and just smooth and creamy. They're delicious. They just are so freaking stunning. You can't not talk about them. The mattes are buttery. They're smooth. They're creamy. I don't like this black. I wish there was a I don't even know what other shade though. Like, maybe, I don't know, just maybe, I don't know. I just wish it wasn't black. Because honestly, looking at the palette, sometimes I think the shade fell out and I'm like, what color was that? And I'm like, oh wait, it's black. Because it's the same color as the back. And that's so stupid, but I would never wear this black. Anyway, that's the only like gripe with this palette. Everything else is perfection. Again, the mattes are buttery, they're smooth. The green are beautiful. The purple is beautiful. Everything about this palette is stunning. Stunning. Genius. The packaging is gorgeous. The price tag is not that bad. So worth every penny, honestly, if not more. Honestly, if not more. There are definitely palettes that are way more expensive than that do not need to be. Honestly. Another one that I'm just obsessed with, in love, the Colourpop Plush Like Me. I don't think this came out in 2022, but I just got it this year, and I love her. She is so gorgeous, and this one is kind of a little bit more of a toned down version of like the mauves. Artist Couture Supreme Mauves, because it just has those more neutrals that aren't super, super light. Like, I feel like these are the only two light shades. This one's a little bit light, but I feel like it's just a different kind of tone, where it's more of like a contour kind of tone. But the rest of these are pretty good shimmer shades, and then the shimmers don't overpower. They're just perfect shimmers for this palette. Oh, this Scrumptious Matte is so delicious. I just am obsessed. I could eat it. And this one too, oh my gosh, delicious. I could die. So delicious. And then there are only 4 shimmers. These shimmers are so pretty. Again, Colourpop's formula is so good, but this color scheme is one that like totally went under the radar. And I'm so glad that I got it in a mystery box. Like I would have never bought it, but I'm so glad that they gave it to me. It has this beautiful packaging, this like material kind of packaging. So good. So good. I don't know if you guys can get it anymore, but if you can, get it. Alright. 2 more palettes of, as far as like favorites, and then one like honorary mention, because I literally used it once. But the other top 4. My favorite, the love of my life, also Lunar Beauty. This is the Nude Prism. This packaging. And then, wait, couldn't you die? Look how gorgeous. I love that it's kind of like, obviously it's just like different viewpoints of the moon, and I love that. I want to see which other ones. I don't know if they're all have the moon. I think the random ones like don't, like the Halloween ones didn't have the moon. I don't know. I gotta see, because like I need them all. This is so freaking cute, and I just love that, like, you know, this is how you see the moon in the winter, the spring, and then like hopefully he does summer and fall. That would be so freaking fun. But I'm so obsessed with this palette. This formula though is, oh my gosh, delicious. All these mattes are so, it's like you don't need any more mattes. Do I think this first 4 could have been a little different? Yes, but I think you have so many mattes that it's almost okay, because honestly, like I would only use the ones that I can use. I would only use the ones that are here anyway. Like, so what more would I want? Again, another black, which again I don't really use, but like these scrumptious shades are so delicious. These shimmers are so beautiful. I love the shade Laura, the shade Sam, and Expose, because those are like the more neutrally kind of, it's these 3 right here, more neutrally. The other 2 are a little bit more gold. So the shade Star-Crossed and the shade You're Golden are a little more gold for my like everyday use. You know, I would wear the other ones more, but they're still good. And then this one I also don't use, which is the shade So Icy. Like, what am I going to use that for? Nothing. But I'm sure someone out there is using it. And this palette too, what I love about it is that no matter how much I use it, you really can't tell. Because it's just so, like, I don't know, pretty. It just, I use, look at those shimmers. I use them a lot, and they're so pretty. I mean, not as much as I probably should, but I use them enough that, like, there should be some little bit of wear. But anyway, obsessed. Love this palette, love this formula, so good. Only 3 more, I swear. But, oh, no, only 1 more. Only 2 more, but 1 more. My number 1 probably palette this year, and honestly, I can't even deny it. I can't deny it. It's my number 1 palette of the year, and I didn't even plan for me to tell you that, because, I don't know, I didn't, but this palette is... Okay, my phone died, and now everyone's home, so it's just chaos. But real quick, I did want to just finish talking about my favorite palette of the year. Again, I didn't plan to talk about it in this order, but this is my number 1 palette. It's the Colourpop Harry Potter palette, and y'all, just look at how scrumptious. You have everything you need. Honestly, I don't even need to talk about this for too long, because I've raved and raved and raved. There are colors that I don't think I would use, like this one here. I'm like, I would never use that, but I used it and it was just stunning. Beautiful, beautiful colors. The only shade I will never use, honestly, for real, is the shade Forbidden Forest, and that's because it's just like pressed glitters. It's disgusting. But you have cool tones, you have warm tones, you have neutrals, you have, oh my gosh, so many colors. Blues and reds and yellows and just everything you'd think you'd need in a Harry Potter palette. It is perfection. I love this palette. The quality is superb. Everyone who hates on this is just a big fat hater, because this is spectacular. This is the art. Everything about it is freaking amazing. So the only honorary mention I wanted to just pop in quick was the Colourpop Muppets pressed powder palette. This one is new to me. I've only used it the one time, and I really do like it. It is so much fun. You have pops of colors. I do think that this is a little bit more wearable than the High School Musical palette in that like each color has almost a companion. So you can wear the green with the green, the blue with the blue, the pink with the pink if you want to go colored. And then you have, again, some more neutral. There's not even like normal neutrals in here, but for me this is how you do kind of colors, because you have all of your greens here. You know, you can wear you know, a blue with a regular normal shimmer, or like the green with a regular normal shimmer. It's just, this was well done. And then of course Muppets, holidays, it's all perfect. So gorgeous. So definitely obsessed with that one, but that one's the honorary mention because I've only used it once, but so far I'm obsessed. Anyway, guys, that is it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. The quote for today, let's find one. Let's do it. I wasn't going to do it, but let's do it. So the quote for today is, with the new day comes new strength and new thoughts. Of course, you have every day is a new, fresh chance to start over. Don't let yourself feel like you can't start over. It's a fresh start to start over. I sometimes wake up and I'm like, you carry all the stuff from the day before, but you have to just let it go. Give it to God and just, you know, take the new day as a new day. So that is it for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.